Hello everyone and welcome to the LLUMARR F1 Racing Series. We are here live from the United States, getting ready to do probably one of the most chaotic races yet. Please stand by as I get everything set up. And there we go, we're all good to go. And welcome everyone, this is going to be the proper introduction here, but welcome back to the LLUMARR F1 Racing Series as we are getting underway here in the United States. And there goes some Jude already spinning. But anyway, so we are here at one of the final races of the season, but after this race, only 2 races left remaining. There is a tight championship points battle going on right now, and for the guys who aren't in that close battle, this is going to be the race to get your points at. This is going to be one of the last chances you have to get in the top 3 here for the championship. So we're going to see a lot of drivers going all out, pushing as hard as they can go, trying to win this race here today. And what an exhilarating season it has been here. Just chaos and really good, fast, high-speed racing all throughout the season. And it's now just starting to wind down, and it's coming down to this. Probably some of the best racing we've ever seen is going to happen here. This was my first start in RF1, and let me tell you, it was a crazy race. So I expect nothing less out of this one here today. And here we are, riding by with Alex here. Just switched back to Red Bull from Williams. Got an internet upgrade as well. You can definitely see the improvements from last race as he goes through the front stretch here. Been talking to this driver a little bit earlier today in preparation for this race. He said he's been practicing a lot for this one. Wanted to at least get a good performance here before the end of the season, so it's going to be interesting to see what he can pull off here today. And Sector 1 is a 26.7. But yeah, came to me asking for advice earlier today on what he can improve on his lap times. One of the things that I recommended that he should do is his braking, and as you can see, getting much better at the braking there. See, you can see the work just paying off on that Red Bull right now. And here we go to start things off. It's Carter on pole with a 134. His teammate Jude not too far behind at 135. Joey another second behind them at 136. But let's get talking about this number 15 Red Bull some more. You can see he's really fast here today. And there's Jeremy up on pole. He's definitely going to have a tough crowd to beat here. And he sets a 142 for his first qualifying lap. Definitely got a lot of ground to make up, but I think he can do it. And there's Hyper with another fastest lap. And there's one more. Said I'm going to top that. talking about the RF1 start, and there's a car around. That's the Mercedes of Young there. Talking about RF1, the first start here, we actually had a car go airborne and land on top of another F1 car. Just on the start. It was a pretty insane wreck, not gonna lie. I've never seen anything like it, and we'll probably never see anything like that one again, but it was nothing compared to Monaco, the NASCAR Kyle Larson, and, well, NASCAR man, and Joey's wreck. The car ended up going airborne and nearly flew over the catch fence. And looks like Carter going in for a pit stop there. Sitting comfortably in, well, wouldn't say comfortably just yet, but he's sitting in fourth right now. And here comes the McLaren of Jackson up behind the Red Bull. And then the McLaren goes into the pits. Still not chipping away at it, that deficit there. The Red Bull Vital Flame trying to get up there. And he's got to make up a little over 5 seconds to get even remotely close to the 8th placer. While everybody else is in pit making adjustments, this guy is working. And he's not going to settle for less. Not here today. Definitely wants to put himself, make a name for himself. Say, hey, here, I'm going to be a big title threat next year. Next season here in the championship, so you guys better watch out. Let's see if he can improve his lap times by anything here at all. Comes around to the line. Big gain. 136. He's back in competition. Now he's going to start chipping away here at the on the leaders here. See if he can make up any big time gains at all. A lot of promise right out the gate here with this driver. Come back to him later. Let's look at the guy sitting in second for this qualifying. It's Hyper in the Mercedes. Oh, that was Hyper in the Mercedes that spun earlier. The Young gets in a McLaren. Sorry for that mistake. And cars everywhere going out of the pit lane. There's Joey and it looks like Carter. Oh, there he is. Riding on board with Carter. He's warming up his tires. Here's another guy to watch. Jackson in the McLaren. One of the fastest guys here at Monaco. He drove straight from last all the way up into the top 5 with a damaged car. Impressive driving by him there at Monaco. Another guy to definitely check your mirror or look out the front of your car for. And let's look at the Ferrari of Jeremy. He's won a couple of championships, so he's definitely experienced. One of the faster guys out in the track during the long run. See what he can pull off. And Alex going into the pit lane. pitting from 9th place to get possibly some more fuel, fresh set of tires, and maybe a little adjustment. And we are now under 8 minutes to go here in the United States. There goes Jackson into the garage, and it looks like Carter has been disqualified. Or maybe he left. Not exactly sure what happened there. So we'll find out here after the race. But he's got a good qualifying position, so he should be alright. Hopefully we'll be able to stay in the top 5. And the Alpine of Young looking fast out there. And it's not going to be enough to get him on pole. Know that McLaren in the pit lane, definitely looking at those lap times, as it looks like Young could possibly get by him there. And here's the Red Bull of Joey, as Jude passes him for 7th, and that puts the 2 Red Bulls at the very back. And here we go, Vital Flame on his qualifying lap here to get him out of that last place spot. A little slow coming off the first corner, but accelerating quickly. Excellent. I don't know, I guess you call that a triple S curve. Pushing his car to the limit here. Not really much position change. These guys are running so quick, and it's so close of an interval. I mean, you can't really make up positions. And we've got a yellow flag in Sector 2. And quick coming off the turn. Here comes Alex. And let's see what he's going to get. And it's not going to be enough there. Just barely. A 1:37. Up half a second from his old lap time. Just barely there. Struggling. Looks like he's struggling a little bit with the acceleration coming out of the corners there. Looks like he's not getting on the gas as soon as he possibly could have. And let's go check out what the McLaren of Jackson is doing, as he's slow on the track, warming up his tires. Getting ready for his next flyer, his possibly his final push for that pole position there. Jeremy's still putting the pedal to the metal in that 88. Looking as hard as Alex there, trying to get some get a better starting position, and he lets the McLaren of Hyper, or that's not a McLaren, that is a Mercedes of Hyper by. Another guy with a good qualifying, hasn't been able to best his first lap. But how much faster can these guys even go? And Joey out of qualifying. And the McLaren looks like he's speeding up a little bit. This could be a flyer. He's looking quick. Having a really fast S-curve there. Look at the speed there. He's definitely gonna change some positions up in the front with this lap, I can tell you that. And Hyper on pole. Amazing lap there. And the McLaren is slowing down again. And here's the Red Bull of Alex trying to desperately gain positions here with the closing minutes. With just about 1 minute to go in qualifying. He's going to have another shot. He's going to have to make this lap or the next one count. We're going to have to make both of them count. And he goes wide, and he's into the barrier. Wait, that's not going to stop him. He's still going to have one more lap here. Have one more shot to get at this pole position if he can. And there's one more saying, no, you can't have that pole position. I'm going to take that right back from you. Nobody willing to give up their positions here. 18 seconds to go in qualifying. And that is Alex in the pit, and that is the end of his qualifying session. And yellow flags on all sectors. And it looks like everyone young and forward will have another shot. Maybe not Jackson. He stopped on the side of the track. Just amazing. This guy, Hyper here, thought he had the pole position. When was immediately, he lost that almost immediately to one more in the Alpine. But he still will get a front row starting position, and I'm trying to figure out what in the world is going on with the McLaren. As the drivers slowly make it back to the line. Jeremy's going pretty quick, but and the Alpine. Just have to wait for them to get back, and oh man, maybe I spoke too soon on that front row prediction there. Look at that. Jeremy takes second away from Hyper. And it sounds like Jackson's wheel disconnected. That's what happened there. And stand by. Never mind, that didn't work. But I'll just hold on a second, and there's your starting positions. Anyway, one more are Seth in first, Jeremy second, Hyper third, Jude fourth, Young fifth, Carter sixth, Jackson seventh, Joey eighth, and Alex is ninth. And here we go, getting ready to head to the main event here in the United States. And it's gonna be raining for the race. Just giving me flashbacks here of what happened whenever I raced here the first time. Wet conditions, cars on top of each other. This is gonna be a fun start to this one. And this rain is definitely gonna mix things up. I'm sure none of the drivers were prepared for this. I know I sure wasn't. I was not expecting rain to be here. It's gonna change things up a lot. These guys are gonna be used to the dry conditions from qualifying, but they're gonna have to adapt quick. And it's lights out and away we go. There we go. And looks like we're gonna be making stops from 14 to 17, and now we are away. So, and there's already cars going around going into the first corner. That is Jackson. Cars coming together. Oh, this is total chaos. Hyper around. They're getting both of his qualifying positions taken away from him. Now he's got his position. Jeez. Someone's not going to be happy with that. And please stand by as we... get everything set up. There's lap data, and we are good. So, Hyper DNFs off of the first corner here. And it looks like we're going to have a safety car. And it is. A virtual safety car has been called. Wow. I knew this race start was going to be crazy, but I didn't think it was going to be this crazy. And one more in the lead. As Alex making a 4-position gain on the start. He's doing all right in these rainy conditions here. It's definitely going to have a tough battle, especially with Jackson. Jackson is a really good racer. They're definitely going to have a big battle here coming up whenever we go green, as we are still under safety car. And we are coming around to the line. And the safety car is done. And we are back. Green flag racing has resumed here in the United States. The Aston Martin of Jude goes to the inside of his teammate. And they're side by side going into a really tricky and tough to manage part of the track. Here we go, our lap strategy again, looking at 14 to 17 here. Our pit strategy, powered by AWS. At 14 to 17, that's going to be a long run for these guys. And they don't really have much of an option. They can only stay on intermediates, or some guys might even go on wets. And let's look at the battle for the lead now. It looks like Alex had a wreck in the back. He's 30 seconds down. And DRS is not going to be available. Jackson struggling even more. 36 seconds behind him. Jeez, talk about guys not having a good day. And this is going to be one of the most exciting battles here. We've got the Aston Martins catching up, and we're going to be in the rain. So, uh-oh, we already lost one. That is Carter. The Aston Martin of Carter is around and in the grass. Well, we might just have a three-way battle here. As the drivers continue, and there's going to be no DRS this race. And that is going to be a big problem for just about everybody who's not the leader. Leaders are liking this, but not everybody else. Which means they're going to have to catch up under their own power. It's going to be really hard, considering that there is no grip here on this track. They'll probably have overtake they can use, but there's no telling how much of it they will use. And there we go. Vital Flame back up into the 6th position, and Carter having to pit for front wing, I'm guessing. And there's the McLaren of Jackson right on his tail. And looks like I have my interval wrong. Go change that real quick. There we go. That's right. And let's look at the telemetry for these guys. Here's the 2nd placer. Well, let's go back to the battle here for last. It looks like Jackson's got his overtake on, and he is around. There goes his chances of making a pass, and let's go back to the 2nd placer now. Just look at his telemetry here. Watch his throttle there on the bottom right side, and he's got the overtake on as well. And look at that. Excellent balancing of throttle and brakes. His overtake is on, and that's going to give him fastest lap. That's definitely going to scare the leader just a little bit there. Woo, getting a little close there. And another guy could possibly be a threat here in just a minute. That is the Aston Martin of Jude, closing in on these guys. Using very short bursts of overtake in very strategic positions, being careful not to use up everything he's got. An excellent balance. He's not even coming all the way on the brake, giving it little bits of throttle, making sure not to spin the tires. Perfect. And there's the battle. There's the overtake. That is the Ferrari of Jeremy. He's going to have the inside line, but one more says, I'm not done with this yet. He's on the outside now. Having to back off just a little bit to prevent contact. Look at this. Look at this. This is probably one of the most beautiful battles I've ever seen in this league. I mean, there's no contact, and it's close, and it's perfect. Very clean. Everyone, each driver giving themselves plenty of room. And look at that. Is the overtake. Oh, look who's been the overtake farming there. That is the Alpine. Look at that. He's been waiting for this. Been saving his overtake for this moment, and the 88 goes wide. Gonna have to let him have it there for the moment, but no. Here comes Jude to mix things up. Almost contact. And Jeremy retakes the lead. Jude corner cutting big time. I don't know if he got loose there. And the 88 still managing to stay out front, but for how long? I mean, he doesn't have nearly as much energy in his battery store to use that overtake. I mean, he's at 30 while one more is at 55%. He doesn't have much to work with. He's going to have to play it smart as he goes wide. And he's going to have the inside there. Still, just side by side. And the Ferrari files in behind the Alpine, giving him the position for now. And Jude ready to mix things up. Here he goes on the inside. Oh, is it going to be 3 wide into the corner? No, it almost is. Jude, just a little loose in the corner, and the Alpine of Young getting loose. He almost had a crack at him too. Here's the battle again. Perfect, just perfection. This fight continues. And Joey on the wet tires and pits. And his energy is almost depleted. Jeremy just doesn't have much left to hold on to, just barely balancing it. And now they're starting to file in as their tires start to wear off. Jude's still looking ready to strike. A lot of energy left on his bar. Let's see if he can make something happen in the laps to come. Look at that Red Bull there. Using very little brake. As he is sitting right now comfortably in the 6th position here. Another thing he was telling me about in practice was he just isn't comfortable enough to race behind other people, just not knowing what they're going to do next, and especially in the rain, should be even more of a challenge for him here, as he's trying to make something work. He's wanting to get in that top 5, and let's go back up to the front where the battle continues. And that is a safety car. That's going to mix things up, as everyone taking this chance to recharge their batteries after the lengthy fight in the top 3. This is exactly what they wanted, especially Jeremy, as his stores are barely above 50%. And let's go down as everyone's starting to reform up behind that safety car. And it looks like Joey may have had a hard hit. I'm not really sure what happened to him. This is exactly what Alex wants here. He wants that top 5. And now he may have a shot at it. But yeah, instead of using TRS, these guys just switched to the overtake button. And that is playing, as you guys can see, a very big role here in this race. case you guys were not here for qualifying, this is a high-stakes race. This is your last chance to get up close to that top 3 and maybe mix something up in that championship. But you're going to have to do good here, and if you want to keep doing well at other tracks. And looking good in the championship as well. We've got Baku and Brazil coming up at next in our track schedule, with Brazil being the championship, and there goes Alex into the pit lane. With, it looks like Carter's also, and one more DNF. He just got tired of the rain there. Good stop by the Red Bull. Carter going out of pits. Everybody taking this chance to get tires, and that is going to give Alex the top 5 he was looking for. But can he hold off Jackson? A very, let's say, fearsome driver there. Definitely one Jackson's gonna make him look in his mirrors. That is one thing for sure. One of the best drivers in the league, sitting right behind him, also wanting that top 5. As we are still under safety car here in the United States, and it's a very dreary day. None of the fans are happy right now, I can tell you that. Man, I'm glad I'm up here in the sports booth where it's warm. Man. Just hats off to our fans that's still out there watching the race. I know I couldn't do it. Man. As the safety car continues, they're slowly catching up there. Let's take a look, and that is our red Mercedes safety car. That's going to sound biased, but I think I like the Aston Martin better. Go with the Aston Martin on looks, but our beautiful Mercedes safety car. As we are going around for another lap under the safety car. Drivers anxious to get underway. Already lost 3 drivers in the first 10 laps here. Man, hopefully we don't lose too many more, and everyone has caught up to the pack, giving everyone here a fighting chance, or just another shot at winning this race, possibly, as the rain looks to have worsened as it continues to pour. Hopefully we'll be going green this time around. As the drivers wait, and there we go. There's the word safety cars coming in this lap, and we are getting ready to go green. Get this race back underway. Now it is up to the Ferrari on where we go. The safety car is now in. And here we go. We're back green in the United States. And we are back on our way. And Jackson trying to make a dive on the inside, but he backs off a little bit there as he takes the inside. And Lane not wanting to give that up just yet, but he might give the position back, and he does, as this car just doesn't look like it's steering. He could have damage. And let's see if there's anything. And yes, he is missing half a front wing. Let's get back up to the fight here. It's Carter and Jackson going at it. And that is not what Alex wanted there. He's gonna have a big hole to climb out of as he falls further and further behind. And the battle continues for 5th place. Carter clearly struggling in the rain here. Just loose on corner exit. As Jackson pulls away with 4th. He's got 3 seconds to go till he catches the 3rd place, or podium driver, Young. And Jude. And the Ferrari is in the pits, and he's going in for wets. It's probably a smart choice there. As the rain is picking up, there's a lot more puddles out here on the track. And Carter also going in for the wets. Looks like also going on the wets is the Red Bull of Alex, also getting a new front wing with that. And Jude still out in the lead with the Alpine of Young closing in. Will the more experienced drivers take advantage of the guys going in for wets? Will they longer? Or will they come in this lap? And we are 11 laps into the race here in the United States. Or in Austin, should I say. It's a lot of race so far. About 3 laps, maybe 4 laps completed under safety car. And deploy is being used on the McLaren as he is now in 3rd place. And he goes into the pits for wet. He's got a 10-second gap to the Ferrari. I don't think he's going to be able to make it out, though. And he's going to have to sit and serve a penalty. And he disappears. There he is. Maybe he didn't have to serve a penalty, but man. Disappeared there for a minute, and he is now back out on the track. See how the first placer, or the top 2 cars are doing. Yeah, I don't know how much longer these guys are going to stay out on the track. I know it might be to their advantage to stay out, but I don't know how much longer they can stay out with all this puddles. I mean, you can see it. Just heavy rain. downpouring right now. They're gonna have to come in. I know I said it might be to their advantage because these other guys pitting for wets, but those guys with the wets had a better idea. Thank goodness they didn't listen to me. Man, you just see the puddles everywhere. And the Alpine almost loses it. That's definitely going to convince him to come in. Gonna be smart. Staying out, though. And the fighting continues for first. Sit by and watch. And it looks like these guys are still staying out on those intermediate tires. They lost 2 seconds last lap. And 22 seconds down, the guy who we had so much hope for at the beginning of the race, Alex, just struggling back there. They're having his front wing tore off. Not very happy with that. Just waiting to see at this point, will Jude and Young come in with how much time they're losing? No, they're going to stay out. And the pit window is open for intermediates on the one-stop strategy. And this is probably what they were waiting for. But are they actually going to go with the intermediates, judging that everyone else is on the wets? Alpine trying to make something happen. He's got his overtake button on. Still can't quite catch the Aston Martin. Just barely out of reach. Fans cheering on the Ferrari as he comes out of that turn. And a little bit closer this time. Young catching up to Jude. There's a lot more speed in that corner. he's getting close this time. Alpine looking to chip away at that lead. And he wants to lead a lap. Somehow these guys making it work on those intermediates out there. Those mud puddles are still going to be quite the threat out there. Mud puddles, water puddles. I don't think there's any mud out on pavement. And the Alpine slowly but surely is getting there, or maybe not. Losing a little bit of time in that sector. And they're still going to stay out on those intermediate tires. You can finally take a breath, but just for a moment, though, as the Alpine attempts to catch him. Man, talk about bad luck for this driver. The 6th placer, Alex. Man, just has not had the best day. Did alright out in the dry weather, but the weather changed on him and then he lost a front wing. Not really the start or the race that he was looking for. He's just trying to get the car back around the track for now, losing lots of time to Carter. Little loose, got his rear end shaking coming out of that corner. The Alpine still trying to put that hammer down to get out in front. As the Alpine and the Aston Martin now both have 8 laps on their tires. But now their lead is almost gone as the Ferrari of Jeremy is now catching them quickly. What are they going to do? Are they going to try to stay out in these tires that are dying, or are they going to go in for some new Pirellis? And you can see him starting to struggle. Let's look at the Aston Martin here. Doesn't really look like he's having much of a problem on these intermediates. He's getting some laps led here today. Both of them still opting to stay out on those intermediate tires. They've been on them for nearly 10 laps. as the Alpine now falls back. Just as probably just to take it easy after seeing his car get loose quite a few times on that last lap. And that is the Red Bull of Alex going in for another pit stop. And he's going in for the intermediates. He's now nearly 50 seconds down. And there he goes as he comes out of the pit lane, 56 or 57 seconds behind Carter in 5th. Like the rain's letting up here. The guys who stayed out on intermediates made a good decision. As you guys can see, the rain just slowing down. Still puddles out in the track, but it's not nearly as bad as it was. And looks like everyone just saying, hey, throw in the towel there, and we'll still get us some intermediate tires. The Ferrari pit crew ready for their car. And there we go, a quick Ferrari pit stop, and he's got intermediates. Smart decision by the top two there. Trying to stay on those intermediates, paying off. They're going to have to make one less pit stop than what those guys will. Here, both of those drivers are smiling right now behind their helmets, saying, we made a good decision. And there we go. Here, we got a battle. As the Alpine just decides to play it safe and sit behind the Aston Martin. He's just half a second behind now. And he just about loses the car. He's going to have to back off. Dang, he almost had first. Podium positions as they may run to the end of the race on these tires. With now we have 8 laps to go here in Austin. Oh, look who's catching a lot of time now. The Alpine going back for another strike. Stay close through this turn. He's going to have a good straightaway run on him. Do with it. And he wants this race win. He knows he's got to make this move sooner or later. Or sooner rather than later. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. And it looks like we might have a battle going on here. The battle for 4th as Carter gets by Jackson. Jackson's not going to let him have that position though. Really good in that braking zone. And that's going to be Young with a new fastest lap. It's going to worry Jude a little bit. The battle continues here for 4th. The leader's getting close once again. Jeremy trying to spice things up with another fastest lap. And Jackson still pushing it. Trying to get there. And let's go back up to the lead as the gap is closing. Alpine had a decent braking zone. What can you do with it? It's getting closer and closer as Jackson is going to see 4th slip away from him. Or maybe not. We're going to come back to those two here in a minute. The Alpine getting so close. He wants the race win. That's going to put him in good contention for the championship. That's at least going to help him out a lot. And let's go back down for the battle for 4th continues. So McLaren still going in for a strike on that Aston Martin. Just can't make it work there. Both drivers just not making a mistake, and there's a yellow flag in Sector 3. That's the McLaren. The McLaren, and now watches 4th drive away. And let's go back to the battle for the lead. 300ths of a second here. He's going to have a good braking zone here if he's wanting to get away from this Alpine. Alpine going a little wide, looking to get a good launch off the corner. Not going to benefit him. It's actually going to hurt him a little bit. But not really that much, as he looks to the inside of the Aston Martin and can't really go anywhere with that run. Yeah, at this point here in the race, with a handful of laps left to go, that frustration must be rising in the Alpine right now. He's getting so close. He's getting within arm's reach of that Aston Martin, and he gets loose. Struggling to control the car. It's on really old tires. Jude just managing his tires better. I take a deep breath there. The Alpine, just the frustration just getting to him. And it's probably gotten the best of him here. Doesn't really have very much time at all to make up this nearly just a little over a second deficit against the Aston Martin. He's going to have to really put the hammer down with whatever's left of these tires. Wish I could see their tire stats right now. I'd love to see how their tires are doing. Maybe I spoke too soon about it being too late. The Alpine's ready to get another try. Making the corner a little bit shallow. He's not going to have a good launch off the corner. His overtake button is on, and he is going. He's close, but not close enough. So 23 still out in front. talk about a race of disappointment for the 5th and 6th placers of Jackson and Alex. Man. Jackson's still going to finish up in the top 5 this race, but man, he almost had 4th. It just slipped away from him after he made a small mistake. And he continues to drive. Just with that feeling of knowing that he could have been there. He could have been in 4th. But now that chance, that hope is gone. As he just tries to get his car back around the track to finish this race. And Alex, the same thing. Probably going to leave this race feeling like he could have done a lot better, but not really much he could have done. The weather changed, and then his front wing decided to go take 5. And the battle continues for first with only 4 laps remaining. Oh, 5 laps remaining, excuse me. Yeah, just the weather turning on Alex and then front wing on. I mean, this has not been the ideal race for him. As these intermediates on the top 2 are now 15 laps old. The Alpine just hoping that Aston Martin will make a mistake and get loose. Just watching him right now, that's highly unlikely. The Alpine's definitely going to try and step it up here. He wants this race win. This could make or break his season here. Having an excellent turn there. Getting a little loose. Getting that back wiggling a little bit, but having a really good S-curve. Jude making that mistake, slowing down too much. But he has a better exit. Really was hoping that something can happen here. Not saying I don't want either driver to win, but man, I hope to see a little something here coming to the end of the race. And there we go. Something we might have. As the Alpine getting close. If he can hang in there, he's going to have a good straightaway run on this Aston Martin. And he loses it. Now dropping back to nearly a second behind again. Struggling for grip. As the two just continue to go at it. The Alpine just trying, but to no avail. But yeah, if the Alpine wants to win, he's got only a couple laps left now. like the race might end out with nearly 20 laps on each of these drivers' tires. Think about it, I don't even know if these guys switch tire compounds. We disqualified them from the race. Yeah, I'm not sure. They might have started out on wets, but I don't remember them switching tires compounds at all this race. And yet I could be wrong, but yeah, this might change the results here a little bit. And here we go, coming to the white flag here in Austin, Texas. It's like the rain stopped for the moment here at the front stretch. And this is probably going to be the last chance the Alpine gets, but I don't think he can do anything unless Jude makes a mistake. 20 laps. What it's going to amount to be on these intermediate tires. An impressive drive by the Aston Martin and the Alpine. The Alpine's going to be mad that he didn't make it, but man, he should be proud of himself for that excellent tire management. And there's the yellow flag in Sector 2, and it is Jackson. And he's around, and he's back up on the track. And it looks like Jude's gonna have it. If we can see where he is once the camera decides to change. There we go, and he will win it. An astonishing 20 laps on intermediate tires is going to give him first place. An excellent drive, wonderful tire management, not breaking down under pressure from that Alpine. And there's a yellow flag in Sector 3, and that could be Jeremy as he takes home third, the final podium position. And here comes Carter, round to the line for fourth. And here we go, Jackson coming around to the line for fifth. Not what he was looking for today, but not a bad finish. And here comes Alex. Man, I cannot imagine what he's going through right now. Knowing he could have done better, but the weather and his front wing didn't want to work with him. Just unlucky. As he comes around to the line for a 6th place finish. Not a bad finish, though. And there we go, folks. That is your race. Excellent driving in the first half from One More and Jeremy as they battled for the lead. But One More DNF'd, putting an end to that battle. The rain intensified, forcing most of the drivers onto wets, but two guys, our race winner Jude and our second placer, the Alpine of Young, made the excellent decision to stay out, and it paid off as the rain vanished near the end of the race. And the Alpine, so close to victory, but so far. Let's go over our finishing results. In our first place, we have Jude. Second is Young. Third is NASCAR Kyle Larson 5, Jeremy. Fourth, we have Carter. Jackson is 5th. Alex is 6th. One More, Seth, is in 7th. Joey in 8th, and Hyper rounding out coming up to the end of the field here, 9th. Thank you for watching the LLUMARR F1 Racing Series. This is Thick Chihuahua, and until next race, stay safe.